Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Last time we looked at Doge was on November the 26th. Here is a recap. Today, the price broke down and Doge retested the support of this symmetrical triangle. So far, it seemed like Doge found support at this prior low, which is around the 18.5 cents. And that is a good sign because that helped to prevent the price from breaking down. So Doge is trending up. Looks like it is re-entering this symmetrical triangle. Looking at the stochastic oscillator, Doge is definitely in this way oversold territory. So there's a very high probability that we may see the price bounce up a little bit. As long as Doge is trading below 22.5 cents, there's not much that it's going to do in terms of a spike up in price. We need Doge to be able to move within this area here, which is around a 22.5 to 25 cents. The minute those stabilize over the 25 cents, then there's a very high probability that it will head to my target price of 55 cents. Fast forward, this is the daily chart for Dogecoin, and the data I have is to 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on November the 30th. Last time we looked at Doge was on the 26th. That day, Bitcoin pretty much crashed, and Doge followed, dropped all the way down to about 19 cents, but then found support at this prior low and very much stabilized after that. It retested this low again, bounced right back up, ended up closing the day higher. We had this really nice candle. This is a hammer, and normally a hammer appear on this downward trend tend to indicate a possible price reversal. And the following day, we have this very nice green candle. So this is definitely confirmed this sort of like bullish reversal. Yesterday, Doge closed below this red line, which is the 10 days moving average. Today, the price continued to trend higher. And the minute it dropped and tested this red line, which is the 10 days, it bounced right back up. So far, by staying over the 10 days moving average, Doge is kind of like giving us the signal that this could potentially be a double bottom reversal. So is Doge ready to break out of this symmetrical triangle and run up to my target price of 55 cents? Well, let's see if we can figure this out. Let's take a look at Doge on this 4-hour chart. During the month of October, Doge pretty much traded sideways between a low of about 22 cents to 25 cents. Finally, near the end of October, it was able to cross over that, spike up on strong volume, ran up to almost 34 cents, but then get rejected. Price retraced. Doge was trying to hold support right at this 25 cents, bounce up to 29.7 cents, then get rejected. Again, after finding support at 25 cents, tried to make another run, but got rejected at 27.1 cents. So what we have here is all this higher low. This and indications that the price would continue to retrace. Because if we connect this line and extend that, we have this downward channel. And that is pretty much what happened to Doge after that. The price broke down, Doge continued to trend lower. Tried to hold support at 22.8 cents. Broke down from this low, which is 21.3 cents. Finally found support at this prior low, 19.3. It seemed like Doge temporarily find bottom at 19.3. Price bounce up, get rejected, retested this low again, bounce up, broke out of the resistance of this downward channel, as well as the 10 days moving average. Ran all the way to almost 22.8, tested this prior resistance. So far, it get rejected. Now it is trending down a little bit, but still trading at 22.1 or up over 3%. So this is a very good sign. The key is Doge need to be able to close today above the 10 days moving average, which is right at about 21.3. Closing over 21.3 and stabilizing over that, then there is a very high probability that the uptrend would continue. I expect Doge to cross over 22.8 and test this major resistance level at the 50 days moving average roughly at about a 25 cents. Given the fact that the volume is still very low, I don't expect to see those able to cross over the 50 days right away. There likely some pushback. But as long as the 10 days hold support, those would likely bounce up, and the next bounce up, it should be able to cross over and stabilize over that. Then we're looking at the resistance level at 27 cents, 30 cents, 33 cents, 44 cents, and then eventually reach my target price of 55 cents. As long as those can stabilize and trade over the 50 days moving average, which is really the key, is at the 25 cents. The minute we see those trade and stabilize over the 25 cents for at least 2 or 3 days, then I'm looking at the potential for it to run up to my target price of 55 cents. On the flip side, if the price retraced and those ended up close below the 10 days moving average today, then there's always that possibility that the price could even drift lower as long as Bitcoin retraces. Then we're looking at a support at 19.3, a breakdown from this point. Then we're looking at the possibility for those to retest the prior low at around 16.5 cents. Looking at the daily chart, this is the symmetrical triangle that Doge has been oscillating within for such a long time. It's almost 6 months. The first time when it tried to break out, it got rejected. After retesting this prior low at around 19.3 cents, now Doge is attempting to break out of the resistance of the symmetrical triangle again. The positive side is right now, at this moment, Doge is trending over this red line, which is the 10 days moving average. As you can see, Doge has been trading below this 10 days moving average for almost the whole month. And Doge cannot break out and trade higher until it can stabilize over the 10 days. That is why it is so critical for those to close today over this red line, which is around 21.3 cents. That could potentially be the signal that those have seen the bottom and now it is in the process for a bullish reversal. One of the things I still don't like is the volume. The volume is still very low. And when you have low volume, it does not take much for the short seller to push the price down. And even if we don't like it, the 3x short Dogecoin fund by Barry Silbert is still active. And as long as it is active, we still have that threat. On top of that, the 10 days is still trading below the 50 days. So we need the 10 days to reverse direction and cross over and trade over the 50 days. When that happens, we would likely see the next run up in price. That's it for this video. And don't forget to click that like button and reward me with a like if you appreciate the content that I'm presenting. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe. And make sure you turn notification on. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Vietmaxim because I provide constant update on all of our favorite cryptos.